I think the fifth grade Jeffrey would probably never have foreseen him working in the VR industry in Georgia, because he used to play a lot of those point and click video games, but now he's making games that is so immersive that you can see the world all around you in 360, and interact with the world. And just with Pulseworks, the company has sites all over the U.S., and it's incredible just seeing the reach that a company here in Georgia can actually have. Hi everyone, my name is Jeffrey Yu. I am a VR 3D artist at Pulseworks and business director at ASIFA-South. So I wasn't born in Georgia. I was actually from Arlington, Texas, but we moved to Georgia in my fifth grade, and so I'm celebrating my 22nd year here in Georgia. So I started getting interested in high school when I had a lot of friends who played D&D. I also played games like Blizzard, StarCraft, and Diablo. I was huge in watching anime like Evangelion, and so you can see the sci-fi genre has been a huge influence on what I do. Originally I was going to go into the medical track. I was thinking of applying to Emory and all that. But when I saw some of my friends, drawing these characters, it really fascinated me. And as I started to delve more into this, I took art classes at a local school called the First Fine Arts Academy, and from there, it brought me into applying for SCAD, which I actually have a shirt for right here. I studied at SCAD since 2007 and graduated in 2012 with a double major in animation and sequential art. And after that, I started attending, GGDA and other conferences. And in fact, it was from GGDA that I was able to find two of my jobs from there, and met a lot of really awesome people, like artists. I met Andrew, who is fantastic, and then I started joining the ASIFA-South, which became a whole community, and we still work with GGDA and everything. So from there, it just felt like I found my calling. It felt like I found my people. Okay. So when I first came out of SCAD, I actually started with a gig with Dub Jacobson down at I think it was Games That Work, and so I was doing motion capture related animation cleanup for a little bit, and then later on, while I was at GGDA, I met a couple folks down from a board game company, a local game company called Cool Mini or Not, and so I started working there as a graphic designer and concept artist for some of their games. And I did that for about 5 years. And so this was a weird jump, right? Because I did animation, but then I went to a 2D field as well too. And so I got to try out all these uh, different formats. And then while I was at Cool Mini, I started picking up a little bit of Unreal Engine from other groups that I frequent, like modders on IndieDB and so on. And from there, it got me really interested in doing the 3D side even more. Because I was doing 2D at my previous company, but I really liked I've always enjoyed the game development side. And so this was an opportunity for me to kind of stretch my wings and explore a different field. And so from there, I met Orion from Pulseworks during a portfolio review, and I was there with for ASIFA-South. And so they said that they were looking for a VR artist, and that's when I thought, hey, this could be an opportunity for me to try out Unreal Engine with them, since that's what they mentioned they were using. And I walked in and just for a visit, and I got to sit on some of their entertainment rides, and it was really cool. Just putting a headset and everything. They have like the moving motion bases, and it was one of the content called Time Jump, and that's where it takes you to like prehistoric seas, and you see like sharks and all the really cool stuff that I loved since I was little. All the sharks and dinosaurs and sci-fi stuff. And so when I started I eventually left my previous job to go to Pulseworks. So this was around 2018, and I've been working there ever since. And so while at Pulseworks, we've worked on like Apollo and Beyond, which was released during the anniversary of the moon mission. And I don't remember if it was maybe 50 years, I think, anniversary don't quite remember. It was really cool, being able to put together all the scenes from like the launch of the Saturn V, and doing all the setup for the scenes and stuff like that. And then recently we have some exhibits at the Georgia Aquarium too, where I helped design like the interior and exterior space. So if you ever go there, you'll see that giant portal with a shark on the front and like the light glow up. So that was designed by an engineer there named Lance, and I helped him, do all the texture work and the concept for the space too. So ASIFA-South is a volunteer-based animation organization. It is 501c3 and a nonprofit. And so what we do is we connect all the different levels in our community, from students to early career professionals with studio owners and industry veterans. Some of the recent projects that we've had are incubators, where we bring in early career professionals and students and provide them an opportunity to work with real world with studio projects in real world experience, and they also learn professional leadership through that. And so the committee volunteers at ASIFA, plus a lot of these incubatees, a lot of them have gone on to find jobs in the industry. So like Bento Box, Floyd County, several have also gone out of state to California, for example, and they've worked at like VisFX Studios and other animation studios, even outside of the U.S. And so we're all very fun folks. Everyone loves games and animation. We're always talking about, the latest, either the latest movies, the latest shows. We have an ASIFA festival that we hold once every 2 years, so it's biannual. And so during the pandemic, we went fully virtual, but before that, it used to be in person. And we screen films from films created by filmmakers around the world. But we also hold a lot of panels and workshops for people who are interested in the content that our industry guests would present. So, for example, during our recent festival, we had Metric Studio come by and they talked about virtual production. We also have social media influencers come by and talk about how you can get more views for your content, especially now when everything's going virtual. A lot of artists are gaining more visibility as a result from social media. We accept volunteers from like local higher education, so places like Kent University, SCAD, Georgia State University, you name it. And if you want to volunteer, go to asifasouth.com, and you'll find more information about how to become volunteers with us. This year in 2022, we also released a ongoing research about health and sustainability for the workforce in the animation industry of Georgia, and so the data that we provide hopefully would allow studio owners and legislators to make decisions that would allow the industry to succeed in the state of Georgia. Hey everyone. So the last thing I would like to say is come to Siege this year, 2022, October 7, 8, and 9, and we hope to see you there.